Welcome, my lovely Libras. This is your bonus reading for Jupiter retrograde in Sagittarius. This is a general reading and will not apply to all Libras. Me being the queen of Clovers, my readings tend to focus on life, craft, action, nurturing ourselves and others, and nurturing our dreams and callings. I did get a comment, a few comments this week. Janice Francis, she's never been money motivated. And you know what? You shouldn't be. If you're money motivated, your goals are probably not being reached because you can actually achieve success if you're money motivated by picking up money, pennies from the gutter. So keep that in mind when you're planning your goals. Very good point, Janice. It's all about, we want security, we want vacations, and we want birthday presents. We don't necessarily want money. It's really just paper. So this reading is going to focus on Jupiter retrograde in Sagittarius. That's April 10th through August 11th, 2019. The energies are really hot right now because Jupiter is the closest to Earth it will be during this period, during this transit. Jupiter is the planet of luck. In tarot, Jupiter is represented by the Wheel of Fortune. This is wings spread, feeling fancy free. I always picture this Wheel of Fortune more like a combination lock and click, 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 everything falling into place just perfectly. But this is about anything can happen, especially when it comes to positive things. If you've had a turn of bad luck, expect things to improve, a turn for the better. You're going to find new gifts, new talents, new grooves to set yourself. You're going to spread your wings, for goodness sake, and you're going to manifest your wishes. And the message is surrender to fate. I always think about surrendering to fate when it comes to luck and success. Some of your best abilities where you can find your strongest fortunes are not going to be in just the way exactly you want them. I mean, we can't all be Beyonce. All right, so Jupiter retrograde is not 4 months of bad luck. Mercury retrograde is Mercury's a tiny planet. It moves really fast. Mercury retrograde in July is all chaos. But Jupiter is nice and big and a giant, the biggest planet, the biggest influence on our energy, second and third to, let's see, the moon and the sun being the other strongest energies for all. And so this is coming to terms. Jupiter retrograde is about coming to terms with the blocks to your success. What you need, issues you need to tackle to prepare for success and happiness. And it's also realizing the connection between efforts and fortune, Libra. Efforts and fortune. And you are thinking about it. I have the 7 of Clovers to start this Jupiter retrograde reading. It's a heavy pull. Rumor has it that big red storm on the planet is slowing down. So there's a lot of change and hefty movement. So big things. This is you fending off other opinions. This is you trying to get in your own space mentally, really. Control your time, control your thoughts, control your paths. You're in a fight, my Libra. You're in a fight. You're in a fight so you can break out in love. So I have 7 of Clovers, 5 of Spades, and Jack of Hearts, and I have the 5 of Diamonds. You're in a lot of fights. My goodness, Libra. A lot of battles. Yeah, a lot of battles that make you feel like a juvenile. Because this Jack of Hearts is absolutely the initiate, the beginner, the student of love, the student of air. But this one is you and your power. So you are fighting. You're putting up a good fight. You're defending yourself. You're defending yourself because you really just, you're just looking for that sweet love, that sweet feeling in life. Queen of Hearts, you're looking to find your gentleness. Because you're so rough right now and you're so in the thick of it. You're like 5 of Spades is like looking for a job. 5 of Hearts is like wanting things to be the way they should be instead of surrendering them to the way that is the highest and most best possible good. And 5 of Diamonds is like, fighting with your own personal value, or freeing your value from another person. For example, like a controlling energy, somebody who controls your rent, somebody who controls your car payments. You feel like they control every aspect of your life. It's why you want to take on Seven of Spades. Clovers is definitely taking on time yourself. You're looking for some peace and happiness. This is what you're looking for, this Queen of Hearts. And you just feel like a child, and everybody's just fighting and fighting. Ace of Hearts and Four of Hearts. Okay, you need a new perspective on love. This is not a new beginning in love. This is definitely a new perspective. You need to rest and prepare. You need to rest and prepare your heart for life. There are things that you've been through and things that you've suffered through that force you to fight. All these fives are fighting. You're fighting, you're fighting, you're fighting. You're always defending yourself. You're always being treated like a child. You want to be treated like a queen. But you can't be with some of your behaviors, is what this is telling me. You need to really think about your emotions. Before you go into this next battle with a heart, you need to prepare. You need to prepare with an eye on you controlling your emotions. A little more stability. Wow. And the final five comes out. Okay. The battles you're picking with the swords and the diamonds and the hearts with those fives, the battles you're picking with those cards are not important. They're just making you look bratty anyway. The message from Spirit is that you need to prepare your emotions, your heart. You need to respond, not react. You need to set yourself up to know what you're going to do when you're triggered. This is like you have a lot of knee-jerk reactions. It's like somebody talks to you and you just yell at them and you quickly run on the defense and they just asked you what you wanted for dinner. This is that kind of energy, absolutely. You feel like everything is a struggle. You feel like everything is slowed down. You feel like you're always on the bottom, the inferior position, and it sucks. And Libras, tell me, you love balance. So sometimes I find Libras, I have a friend who's a Libra, you like to sit in the five energy in Cartomancy because it's the middle ground, and even though it's absolute chaos, it's absolutely down the middle, and Libras love that balance feel, but you need to stop looking at it so impossibly. You need to start looking at growth and movement and forwardness as opposed in a balanced way, as opposed to just trying to set everything even. It's not going to work that way. And your biggest battle is with your own soul. It's with your own time. It's with your own passions. And you will find victory in your own personal value when you focus on these energies as opposed to everything. You don't have to fight everybody. Not everybody is fighting you. You need to get out of these battles. Your advice is to start pulling yourself out of these battles one by one. Apologize. Come to a conversation properly with the highest good in mind. My goodness, Libra. Let's see if I can get another card for you. Maybe not on this spread, but that is your big work in order to get your success in your pentacles in your work. Finding where to put your efforts to acquire your fortune. That is the point of Jupiter retrograde. You do have to start with your own self, your inner battles, your spirit battles, things that trigger you, things that set you on fire. You do need to find a little fire of your own, a little youthful energy, a little fire in your heart. This is a fourth Jupiter retrograde reading I've done that this has come up in, and it's because you do need a little fire, and you do need a little passion and soul and spirit to be able to know where to put your energies and put all your efforts, as I was saying, to find your fortune and draw in your fortune and your own personal value. It's fortune, but it's not just money. All right, let's pull some action cards for this Jupiter retrograde period. Something maybe you should do or really focus on. Something you should really do is probably the best thing, Libra. Let's see if we can find you something to do. If I can find you something to do, I know you can pull yourself out of these battles and find a little, yeah, Ace of Diamonds, a new financial start, a new concept. Is it entrepreneurial? Let's see, something for my Libras to do. to get themselves out of this battle mode. Draw your attention away from the fights, because you are going to sustain injuries if you're getting hit with wands and you're getting hit with swords in those fives, which you are when you are in that energy. All right, this is you asserting your personal power. Five of Hearts, Eight of, you're balancing this energy. This eight is a balancing of your time, your spirit, your soul. You're looking for love. This is the way things should be. You need to let go of the way things should be, because they're actually, this is like, I always think of this card as like octopus arms, and like you having to block like 8 wands coming at you, because in order to balance this 8, this energy, your spirit, in order to take control of that energy, you have so much influence coming in. The last thing you need is a new lover. This is why you're having trouble, because you don't need that attention. What you need now is to take control of your spirit by, this tells me that you have too much influence, you have too much incoming information, too much incoming advice, too much, you think of too many other people before you make a decision. You need to make decisions with people's advice and not with their, that's why you're having trouble fighting this heart battle. You are a little, you're having, yeah, you're not being able to exert your own power. Ooh, that's too many cards. Because Libra, my goodness, you have way too many, yeah, you're going to have to prepare your own personal value. This is preparing your own personal value. 4 of Diamonds, resting, getting ready for the 5 of Diamonds, because, but alone. This is, it's kind of like that single card, because it's that single avenue of value for yourself, and the way you acquire things. But you're, in order to take control and like push out all this extra energy that you don't need to make your decisions and exercise your free will, you're going to have to really meditate and pull yourself apart from the world and rest. I would recommend a hermitage. That's what this card makes me think of. Just quiet, so that you can hear your own self and don't be afraid of your own self. That's the cat falling on her face. Okay, yeah, this 4 of Spades is actually a very happy commitment card. It is like 2 lovers dancing around the maypole. Yes, it's a honeymoon card, so it means when you go to your bed to rest and prepare for life, for spirit, you're doing it together. And yeah, honeymooning. So in order for you to find that honeymoon, that one true love, that kind of peace, that Queen of Hearts you were looking for in the first spread, you need to find this peace. It's going to stop looking for love, stop trying to make things a certain way and making things appear a certain way. Just go into working on yourself and working on your meditations, and definitely work on yourself. Just work on yourself, because once you work on yourself, you will attract quite the lover. New love. Something new. Advice? This is pretty good advice to begin with. Here we go. Definitely need to get out of those battles. You're having heartbreak. Or if you don't, if it's not heartbreak, it's coming. And you're going to be, this is, when I see the 4 of Swords, it is a bed card, but it is just like depression in bed. You smell, you haven't brushed your hair, you know. This is heartbreak. You're going through a heartbreak. You need to face a heartbreak. You're trying to make things the way they are, but you really need to just let it go, because it hurts. It hurt. It still hurts. You feel ripped open. You feel ripped open 3 times. Maybe 4 times. Alright. You got an earth sign that's giving you a little trouble. I think it's a Capricorn for some reason, but it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This person broke your heart and probably stole from you, and maybe even left you homeless, because but it was good for a bit, but you just got to release your burdens. And a lot of your burdens don't have anything to do with this relationship breaking up or this home breaking up. It has a lot to do with something from your far past, from your childhood. This Five of Hearts could be childhood battles, actually. This is something you have to face in your own heart. That's really just, it's burdening you. This relationship did not, your last relationship that broke your heart to bits did not stop because of this person or your behavior with this person. It was burdensome because you were being burdensome with some, you have to heal something from the past. It could even be your childhood. Yeah, because you want your Queen of Hearts, but I think it's a mom card. It's probably something to do with your mother. It may even be something your mother suffered that you witnessed, is what I'm hearing. And that is, yeah, you're going to have to focus on that. If you don't clear that out, it'll be really hard to acquire any fortune, including love or growing. It's why you're stuck. There's something about your mother that you must release that is burdensome for you. Some of you can't leave your mother. And that's why that's why you're always looking for private space. Yep. When you work this out with your mother, you will find a victory in love. You will find the way things are going to be the best possible way for you. Not the way they should be or the way they were. Get out of that 5 energy and get into the 6 of Hearts. It's that victory energy, that understanding. It's definitely lovely understanding, and I do think it is your mother. So this is Work It Out with Mom. All right, my lovely Libras. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, and donate if you are moved to do so. Thank you for watching and sharing your energy with me, and I do hope you have quite a productive Jupiter retrograde.